Welcome to Built for This, the podcast where real estate meets real life skills. Hosted by Andrea Lane and Alissa Bicar, each episode features investors turning their unique edge into long-term rental success.
Hello and welcome to the Built for This podcast. I am your co-host, the Consultress, here with my partner in crime, Andrea Lane, and we bring you live conversations with real estate investors who are building their portfolios and wanting to build a legacy and a business model that serves their life. So we get to have interesting conversations to bring the best of what they're doing and some of the stuff to avoid as we have these amazing conversations. Andrea, who do we have for him today?
So I'm excited to introduce Pegie Brandt. Peggie's been in real estate almost as long as I have, which is very unusual. She bought her first house at 16. So that's really amazing. People say they can't buy it before they turn 25 and they don't have money. Then no excuses. You just went and did it. Congratulations. So now she owns 6 rentals and she continually buys. She tends to stay in the West Coast. Right now she's living in Oregon and still has her house in California, and she has a bunch of houses out there.
Well, first of all, thank you, Pegie, for coming here. I know you and I
Absolutely.
have met
Thank you.
Outside of this forum, and I get to understand a little bit about, why did you get into real estate investing?
Well, like Andrea said, I actually bought the first one at 16, so that was the first taste. By the early 80s, I was working in a savings and loan, the S&Ls, and they do a lot of creative financing. So of course, by 18, I owned my second home, and and that was just a small little fixer as well. And just with the S&Ls and then an accountant later reminding me how good the passive income was and everything, I jumped back in. So I'm not a huge investor though. We like our time.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like the reason why you're doing this investing business and strategy is so that you can have your freedom of time and do what it is you love to do during the day. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, I actually love real estate though. I am online every single day looking at least 4 different states. I've worked in 2 to 4 industries my whole life. I've been in retail management with Millers and Mervyn's. I've been in real estate, a realtor 3 different times, the first time at 18, not to sell, but to understand real estate and invest. I did do some sales, but that's not what I was licensed for. And just different types of industry. I was a construction manager. I still am. I'm a construction manager. I'm a property manager. I am a investor, and I'm also a caregiver at this time. So there's 4 industries that, still more with real estate is my passion.
Yeah, and it sounds like you don't sit still very often. I mean,
No.
most of us most of us
And I have 12 chickens, my father, my nephew, and my husband.
Oh my. So
Take care of.
taking care of the whole lot.
Yes.
But it's very interesting that you went and got your license to get information to kind of build your knowledge base. For me, when I started real estate investing, that's the first thing I did too. I went and got the license and was like, I just want to be in the space.
Yeah.
But that typical trajectory that the industry puts you down is, hey, get a salesperson's license, sell to a bunch of people who are buying homes for a really long time, and then maybe you'll invest. So it sounds like you got obsessed about the asset itself and got obsessed about all the different ways you can use real estate. So open it up for me. Tell me a little bit more about that obsession and what you love about real estate.
Well, the third time I was licensed, I actually sought after the number 1 realtor in Arizona. Her name is Christina Ovando, and she was number 1 in the Phoenix area for almost 15 years. She did 28 sales approximately per month, and I was just her second assistant. And she was a hard boss. She's probably the hardest person I ever had to work for. So, but she taught me more than anybody else did. So therefore, to this day, I'm so grateful for her. But I couldn't stay because it was just a conflict. What else were we going for? I just, I love real estate. We do have other properties that are not just our rentals that are in trust with the kids. So I do recommend that you don't combine those. keep
Mhm.
those very separate because you get them into an LLC or it's just harder to get them back out and
Got it.
stuff like that.
I
So
mean, wise words from the road well traveled. Sounds like you're a kindred soul to Andrea and I, being obsessed and diligent and kind of always wanting to stay in touch with what's moving, what's working. I am curious about your personal and professional lives. What do you feel like has been your secret sauce, like your unique advantage that you brought from your life and from your work into your real estate investment business?
I think I'm happy is most of the time I'm just happy. And then the other thing is I have really strong negotiating skills. Through the management, through my training, my whole time, I am just, and I love to negotiate the deal. That's something that just like, woo, okay, well, let's
Uh-huh.
get this for that and show why this property, and stuff like that. So that's the exciting part for me is the negotiating. And like I said, I'm just a happy person, which I'm blessed with. I find now that I'm older, I didn't realize how lucky I am to have that.
Yeah, baseline of happy makes suffering just kind of like an option. You know, when you
Right.
realize that you're doing what you love and like you're animated and all about it, living a life
Yes.
full out. I find from my family's legacy that that's like, why be any other way? I didn't understand. I fell into the bitching and complaining mode, but it doesn't get you what you want. And I love
Right.
that your main skill that you brought to the table is like, yeah, drive a hard bargain, making sure the value exchange is on point and knowing that everything pencils out and being like really strategic about your thinking and what it is that you want in order to negotiate. You have to start with what you
Mhm.
actually want and go from there. So I want to high five you and applaud you that this is really cool stuff. Andrea's got some other questions for you about like your
So,
challenges and things like that. So go for it.
yeah.
Right.
So, what has been your biggest challenge in real estate? Since you've been in for so long, I'm sure you have some stories to tell.
My biggest challenge, at first, it was letting go of the home. A lot of people have a hard time letting go of the home. Um, I think the best thing to remember when doing a deal, real quick though, is if it doesn't work out, next, just move, just next. Don't hang up on it didn't happen. Um, I'm sorry. What was that again?
Oh no, so you said the hardest part was giving up a home. And I think one of the things that our audience didn't hear is that you bought properties and you lived in them for 2 years to take advantage of the tax law and get a whole chunk of tax-free money to move to your next place.
Yes, always consult an accountant. However, the capital gains uh, loopholes are very beneficial. Married couples can gain up to 500, singles $250,000. And of course, you have to buy right. Buy the properties, we're just to the point where we'll even make that 500. Before it might have been 180 on a house or 200 or even all the way down to 75 or something because of the different costs that you're putting into the property itself. Once you get that first one and you actually get that much tax free, it is just amazing. It's like you just jump up and down like, yeah, my God, look at this. They don't get any of it. So we like that loophole there, that law and everything.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, no, it's a great law, and most people don't know about it. It's a great way to move up your income, to buy more, to do more, to have more. And it doesn't cost you a whole lot of time. It's 2 years and you can move on. So great.
and thinking like you have to be like everybody else. That was a big block for me. Oh, I have to be a coach. I have to get on this. I have to be the social media. It's not me. So I finally have, come to terms on all of that. So
Mhm.
that was a big challenge because everybody kept telling me what I should be doing. And then I felt I was wrong.
Mm.
Yep, yep, I get it.
Yeah,
So,
that can be really challenging when you're going and you're seeing other people that are building something and you taking pieces from other people's vision, but you have to be really careful that you're not grabbing somebody else's whole vision that fits them. Like that redefinition of success that I think I talk about a lot out here in the world. It's personal to you, like doing what is for you. You have to get really clear, like I said before, about knowing exactly what you want and then looking at everything and being objective. Not saying I should be a speaker, I should be a coach, I should be a this. And don't shit on yourself.
Yeah,
Know who you
right.
are and know what's for you. And then the rest, like I love how you said, I learned to let go. I learned how to
Yes.
let go of property. I learned how to let go of identity. It's really, really key.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel so. I feel lighter.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Andrea can see I'm sorry, Andrea. Alissa could see the difference in me as far as I was really questioning before. Alissa and I had a mastermind, a couple years ago, and I was really questioning everything. And now I'm just like, yeah, it's going to
Yeah.
be what it'll be.
Yeah.
Letting go gives you a lot of freedom.
It
And
does.
people don't realize that, but yeah, absolutely. So as we're wrapping up, I know you want to keep your information pretty private because you get too many calls. So if anyone wants to reach you, they'll reach out to Alissa or I, and we
Yes.
will facilitate that call. Is
Yes,
that correct?
because we are coming up with something really exciting this year, and it has to do with helping seniors keep their homes and also working with investors with real estate and a combination with caregivers as well. So it is a whole complete package. I really can't get into it. We have our prototypes already going into effect October 1st. And by the end of October, I will have so much more information on the feedback on the prototype, so to speak, and everything. But it's really exciting. We buy, we fix, you stay was something that I had spoke about to Alissa a couple of years ago, and couldn't figure out how to make it work. And finally, how things come to you eventually. You're like, oh, light. Oh, yay. Okay.
Right.
So it's pretty exciting. It's going to help people gain financial gain coming in monthly along with investing. So, and along with helping. So to me, those are going to be key.
I
Oh, I
mean,
can't wait to hear more about it. It sounds very exciting.
yeah, and it's solving a problem of keeping homes,
Seniors.
people in their homes as they grow older. So I love what you're up to. Thank you for
Thank
sharing
you.
your knowledge and your wisdom here with us and with our audience. We know that you were built for this, and it's so great to hear you having so much
Thank you.
success out there. Looking forward to tracking with your journey and staying in touch. For those of you listening here on the broadcast, stay tuned. We have another amazing guest and episode queued up right for you right after this. So don't go away.
This wraps another episode of Built for This. If you're a real estate investor with a unique edge, apply to join us at builtforthisshow.com/guest.